Australians are they're like horizontal, they're so relaxed.
Yeah, so I got an email, but I'd been getting loads, so I was just a bit like, oh. But then I saw the word Australia, so I was like, oh, I'll have a read.
But it was kind of an exchange programme and we'd get to experience both like the clinical practice and lectures.
At first I didn't think it was something that I could do because obviously I thought it had been a really expensive trip. However, the uni provided some funding available and you kind of had to write an application and the funding's really helped and it's made this all possible. And she just kind of said guys, if you can go for it, go for it. Here's the link to funding, here's the link to this, just have a look into it. And I had look into it, and as soon as I saw the fact that I was going to be studying, then also had free time to go and do stuff, I was like, yes, get me there, it sounds amazing, yeah. Do you know, I absolutely love Melbourne. I thought Sheffield was a big city until I came here. Sheffield seems tiny now in comparison.
It's a really cool city.
Oh, well, I love it here because it's completely different from at home because I live in literally like a village.
The food is really good here. The coffee is actually so much better here than England, so I probably miss the coffee.
They're really obsessed with coffee and food here, the food is insane here.
Most days after we finished classes, I was just jumping on the bus or the tram, going into the city and just exploring, chatting to the locals, finding out the places to go that you wouldn't really expect. I've been to the Gold Coast, I went because I really wanted to see the Commonwealth Centre, so where the Commonwealth swimming pool was and all that kind of stuff. So I went and saw that, and that was just incredible. You walk onto the Gold Coast beach and you're like, oh my God, this is we're in the Gold Coast, we're in surf's paradise, and you watch people surf and fall off their surfboards. It's just a lovely place to be.
But we hired a car and went into the Yarra Valley. That was really cool. Just kind of did our own thing. I've been to see the art galleries in Melbourne because I'm quite interested in that.
I've done a trip every weekend, I've really made the most of it. So I went to Cairns on the first weekend to see the Great Barrier Reef. I went to Brisbane and the Gold Coast last weekend, and I'm flying to Sydney in about 5 hours. And then after the trip, I've taken an extra 7 days after when we finish here, and I'm going to Sydney because of the global funding. We were able to have funding for a flight. And so if I'm out here, I might as well then spend a little bit of money and do Sydney. So I'm going to go do Sydney and do Bondi Beach and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, it's actually been really I'd say refreshing because it's just so different. It feels more one-to-one and everyone gets included because everyone's so friendly. It is just nice as well. It's just different. And
I'd say they have more of a medical emphasis here, whereas in Hallam we kind of have more focus on the social aspects. So it's kind of different, but it's kind of good to get a holistic kind of approach.
It is different, the classes do seem smaller and there is a lot of similarity with the modules, but it is really different. There is a lot more of a medical emphasis here, whereas we're a lot more holistic and a lot more social, and it's been good because I've definitely learnt things that I can apply to practice when I go home. One of the highlights was meeting all the girls from Hallam because before I came out here I knew one of them and I didn't really know anybody else, and we've come out here and it's almost we've all made a weird kind of family friendship. But we go for breakfast in the morning together, there's a gym here, so we go to the gym together, we go Pilates together, we've been out to the comedy club, we've been to bars,
Oh, I'd say absolutely go, it's just one of those things you just have to do, it really is a once in a lifetime thing, and you think you're coming to do summer school, but you've got all this time on your hands, you can go and travel to Australia, I'm literally going to Byron Bay in 5 hours, I'm just flying there, so it just is that easy.
Personally, I think it's given us all so much more confidence.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think I'll ever be worried about catching a train from Sheffield to Manchester anymore when I've flew 4 flights over here and
Yeah, do it, it's really good.